And they have a backup quarterback now, so it's like you put pressure on the quarterback.
That's a little scary. It's a little scary. So I mean, they might be zoned in. They might have targets on their back. So I can see you not starting them. I like AP. I'm glad he's back in form. And if I wish I had him, I would start him. But I can understand people not starting him because the defense is going to hone in on him. The backup quarterback situation is going to throw a couple of things off unless he come in and shine. We've seen quarterbacks do some crazy stuff. What's your boy out there in San Francisco? Came in, just changed the whole game. Things started moving. You know what I'm saying? Like you get fresh eyes on the field or fresh eyes in your offense and people that's making quicker decisions, ready to just move the ball, who've been sitting there watching for so long. Things turn around. So I wouldn't be surprised if they give him a run for their money. But that's what I think may happen in the first place. I don't think it's going to be Washington losing. You think Dallas is going to win. I think this new quarterback is going to move their offense a little bit better than Alex was doing.
I mean, Zeke is picking it up the last 2 games. So
he definitely is. He definitely is. And that's the one thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about Zeke getting off. That might change things. You know what I'm saying? If he get off and have like a really big game, he's going to keep them in the game.
Because he's the one that won the game for them against the Falcons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Hold on for a bit. So, who else we got on playing on Thursday? It's one more game. Who is it?
That's my Lions.
Oh, your Lions, huh? Against the Chicago killer quarterback Bears.
Yo, and then before I even get on that, so I had a lot of people that was hitting me up, and that was telling me that verdict is out. You are a fucking bandwagon fan, my nigga.
The verdict is out. I'm a bandwagon.
Yeah, like I had people texting me while they were listening to the podcast, like, yo, everything he's saying is some shit a bandwagon fan would say.
All right. Okay.
Not a real fan, bro.
Hey. You know what? I wanted to get a chance to address this. So, every crooked finger motherfucker that's texting Lasell, I'm addressing you directly. And you, Lasell, and you. Yeah, their fingers crooked. I know they are. So, first of all, I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'm going to give y'all the real story. The truth behind my fandom. First of all, I was a Jets fan. You know why? Because that was the first football game I ever went to, and the only one I ever went to until I was in my 20s. And I went when I was like 7 years old.
No, the Jets got a lot of history though. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm not ashamed of that. But I was 7 years old as a Jets fan. And then guess what? My mama bought me a Redskins jersey. So guess what? When I was 8, I was a fucking Redskins fan. Just like that.
Just because she bought you a Redskins jersey.
I didn't know shit about football. All I knew is I went to a Jets game. Ooh, I like them. I got a Redskins jersey. Ooh, I like them. So at 8, now I'm a Redskins fan, right?
So the bandwagon shit started early, is what you're saying.
That's the history. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hiding shit. I haven't had a home team.
You giving the history of all you doing is proving my point.
That I'm a bandwagon person.
You're just saying the shit started at a young ass age.
It started as a young age, but it's not bandwagon. It's who I was with at the time. I'm leading up to I'm leading up to when I took teams to heart. Because before that, it was just whatever the fuck is going on. When I was young. Now, coming into my 14, 15, my high school, they had Green Bay colors. Guess what? I'm a Green Bay fan.
Look, my nigga, you're literally giving the definition of a bandwagon.
I understood. And then I started to understand what bandwagon meant. I started to understand that, and I had to figure out I need a team. I don't want to be a bandwagon person, okay? So I'm going to pick a team. But guess what? I don't only have to have one team. I'm from New York. I'm living in Atlanta. I'm from Jersey, living in Atlanta. I don't have to only have one team. I can have 2 or 3 teams I fuck with, and that's going to be it. I'm not a bandwagon person, but I'm going to have 2 or 3 teams I fuck with. So you know what happened? I picked a couple of teams that I liked. 1, Giants, home team. 2, Rams, like what they doing out there. 3, Colts. That's who I'm fucking with because of Peyton. And that's who I stuck with for the next couple of years until Peyton went to Denver. The first time I switched teams ever. But it's always been those 3 teams. Haven't been bandwagon. Didn't have to speak on everybody. I was speaking on the coast. I was still fans of the other 2 teams.
I want to take this moment and address the listeners and say that under no circumstances is this shit choreographed. He genuinely do not understand what the fuck a bandwagon fan is.
Hold on. Okay, so what's a bandwagon fan? So what's a bandwagon?
Everything you said is the fucking like you basically what you're saying is I'm not gay, but
that's not what I'm saying. Listen,
I will suck the occasional penis from time to time, but it doesn't make me gay. Like that's verbatim.
You know what
you're saying right now.
The history of fandom. There's only 2 ways you become a fan of a team. No, listen. Let me tell you. You only become a fan of a team 1 or 2 ways. 1, you're born there and everybody around you likes them. Everybody in your family likes them. So naturally you like them and that's your home team. That's one way to become a fan of a team. The second way is say, I like that team. That's it. No. But you consider that becoming bandwagoning? Because that's how I got my teams. I decided I liked that team and stuck with them.
All right, so listen. I've grown up a Lions fan. Mm-hmm. All right. To this day, I'm still a Lions fan. Mm-hmm. Now, when the Super Bowl comes around and I know my Lions aren't there, I'll say, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Brady get another ring.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Or,
nothing wrong with that.
I don't know why, I occasionally catch myself saying, man, I hope Cincinnati can finally get out the fucking first round of the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You see the difference there? But never am I actually spending a core period of my life or season, or am I dedicating a season of rooting specifically for those teams.
Okay, so
I'm a Lions fan.
When did you decide you were a Lions fan?
Dude, it was so long ago. I don't know. I know I fell in love with football at an early age. Watching Barry Sanders. Being from Detroit, that's probably the best thing, was I was able to watch every single fucking Lions game. Right. Every single Barry Sanders game I was able to witness growing up.
Right.
So I've always been, as long as I can remember. I don't fucking remember.
See, when I got exposed to football, I did not become a fan. This is why I like the Redskins, because I had a jersey. Or I like the Jets because I went to a game. That was my exposure to football. My understanding, following of it, didn't happen until I was in high school. And at that point, I didn't really know who I wanted to cheer for. I only fuck with Green Bay because we had the same high school colors. Still really wasn't paying attention to football. I didn't really get into football until I was like 19. That's why I didn't play in high school, because I was doing other stuff. I was in a whole bunch of other shit. I was not into football.
A bit of a late bloomer. I'm going to be honest.
I only went to football games to mess with girls. I didn't go to watch the game.
You know, everybody had their reasons. But I don't think that your introduction to football was no different from anybody else's. Motherfucker, you went to a game. I was watching the Lions game on TV. I didn't even go to fucking Ford Field. When I went to Ford Field in the fucking the Silver Dome where the Lions used to play, both times it was because I was playing it was Little League and then my high school championships. So I didn't even go to my first game until I got older and I could actually pay for my own game. So all my shit was on TV.
But you was already a fan. At what age?
Don't matter. You should have been a Jets fan. The fact that you're from Jersey.
Yeah.
So you should have been a Jets fan when you went to that first game.
Why should I have been a Jets fan? Because the Jets is a New York team, first of all.
Don't matter. Y'all don't have a team in Jersey.
I thought they were New Jersey.
No, they're the New York Jets. They're not the New Jersey Jets.
They're supposed to represent
New Jersey. They don't represent New Jersey. They represent New York. Just like the Brooklyn Nets represent New York. Just like the Knicks represent New York.
True. But I guarantee you, there's a lot of people from Jersey that are Jets fans.
Possibly. I can see it. A lot of people from Jersey are Giants fans. Everybody in my family is a Giants fan, except for my Pittsburgh people. I got Pittsburgh people and Giants people. That's all I got in my family. And then me.
Well, right, and then you. It will just kind of hop.
You know what's funny? You know what's real funny? You're going to laugh at this. I went to my dad's house like a year and a half ago. I ain't been there in a long time. I go to his house, picking him up. We about to go to my grandma, go see her in the hospital. He opens his closet to get a hat. This man has every team's hat. Every football team there is. 32 hats. He got every single one of them.
Who did your dad root for?
That's exactly what I asked him. I was like, so who your team? He said, whoever win it. Proceeds to grab a hat of, I forget who was like balling team at the time. He put that, I think it was the Panthers last year. I don't know. Whoever he put on, put the hat on. It was like, whoever win. I was like, wow.
So it's hereditary. It was hereditary. You're fucking
hereditary.
Your football gold diggerness is hereditary. Is what you're telling me.
I don't consider myself that way. I've been messing with these three teams for the better part of 15 years, possibly 20 years. So I don't call myself bandwagon because I made a home with three teams. I'm a polygamist.
But you feel like it's okay only because you're comparing it to your dad who was cheering for all 32 teams. One, I'm not even upset about that. I'm kind of impressed because that's a whole new level of fucking bandwagoness. Like,
yo, he has every hat. I was like, are you serious right now?
If you rocking the hat for like, because I know cats. Like, I got a fucking Golden State hat. I got hats, and I base it off of my attire, not necessarily who winning. If your dad going in his closet like, damn, okay, so the Panthers won last night. Let me go ahead and rock this Panthers hat. Honestly, that's a whole nother level.
It might be what it is. I don't know. I mean, I need to ask, but I just knew when I saw all the hats. I'm like, yo, you really got every single hat. What's going on, bro? He's like, yeah, man, whoever winning right now. Oh, okay, all right. I don't know, man. I don't know if it was an outfit thing.
You can't even help it. You can't help it.
Bro, I'm being me, but I'm not a bandwagon. I got three teams. You're never going to hear me cheer for anybody besides the Colts, the Rams, or the goddamn Giants. Denver, only because Peyton went over there. That you want to call that bandwagon? Fine, because I follow a player like that. That part of my life was bandwagoning, cheering for the Broncos. I got Bronco paraphernalia, all that stuff. As soon as he left, I could care less about the Broncos. That was bandwagon. I admit to that. Rams, Giants, Colts, teams that I've been cheering for forever. Texans, you hear me talking about the Texans? It's because I like what's going on out there. I'm never going to be like, oh, I'm a Texans fan. I just like what's going on out there. Just like
listeners, if you ever see Forchunit out and he rocking a fucking nationwide jersey, it's not because that's his auto insurance. It's just that's the fucking commercial that goddamn Peyton is on right now. I get it. I don't get it, actually, but it is what it is, and I think we spend too much time on
it is what it is.
Your fickleness.
Let's get into this last game with your terrible. I'm not even going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to throw that energy back at you. Let's talk about the Lions versus who the hell are they playing?
Chicago. They playing Chicago.
Oh, the quarterback killers.
Yeah.
Chicago quarterback killer Bears. I'm scared for you, bro.
I'm not. I'm going to tell you why. Because Chicago lost last time. And normally, Detroit had actually beat Chicago the past few times they met. I just don't see them winning back-to-back like that. I just don't.
Chicago?
Not within our division. Normally, that shit kind of is split. So, I'm going with Detroit. I think Matt Stafford, he always had that favorite receiver. Marvin Jones should be back Thursday. Then you got Kenny Galladay, who really stepped up. So, I'm kind of becoming a bit of a Kenny Galladay fan. I like the amount of targets he's getting because I was about to drop his ass off my team because he's on my bench right now. But I'm going to hold on to him. Hurt? I'm taking Detroit, man.
Kerryon Johnson?
Yeah. I'm taking Detroit.
The running back's hurt, though, right?
Kerryon Johnson?
Yeah.
No, I think he's I don't know. I know he's hurt, but I don't know if he's hurt to where he can't play.
I don't know, man. I'm really I like what Chicago's doing, even though they may struggle a little bit, but they're getting it together. Trubisky's getting together. He's making plays. He's scrambling out the pocket. He's mobile enough. And he's making some good throws and some bad throws. But they're in games, and they're deep. Offensively, they're in games. Like, not just defense. It's important. Like, people think their defense is keeping them in games, but their